then the state of Tennessee, as expected.
We knew he was going to win Florida.
Missouri will go to Donald Trump. Missouri, as expected, will give Donald Trump 10 electoral votes. Here are two more projections for Trump. Alabama, CNN can project, will go to Donald Trump.
We knew he was going to win Alabama.
And Oklahoma, CNN projects.
We knew he was going to win Oklahoma.
With its 7 electoral votes. We have some projections for Kamala Harris as well.
All
CNN
right.
projects at the Commonwealth of Massachusetts with its 11 electoral votes.
We knew that.
CNN projected Maryland, as expected, with its 10
she was going to win Maryland.
Kamala Harris. And CNN can project that the District of Columbia
we knew she was going to win DC.
Can go to.
Why are you unfolding that shirt? I said, get the shorts. So why you unfold the spider shirt?
We are not prepared to make a projection. They include
Yes.
Connecticut, Delaware, Illinois, Maine, Mississippi, New Hampshire, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Rhode Island. No projection in any of those states. Here is the electoral vote count at this hour. Donald Trump
90 to 27
electoral votes. Kamala Harris has 27 electoral votes.
So the night is young.
Are needed to win. Neither of them has approached that number yet. Key race alert for you now in the big battlegrounds, North Carolina. Kamala Harris is in the lead there with 51.8% of the vote. Donald Trump has 47.
Oh, they wanted to flip it blue.
Kamala Harris with an 11,000 plus vote lead. That's with only 5% of the estimated vote count. It's still a lot of votes to count.
Oh, only 5%. Oh, Lord.
In battleground Georgia. Donald Trump in the lead with 54.8%.
I thought we already put Georgia.
Kamala Harris has 44.6% of the vote. That's with a third of the vote in Georgia. That's 33% of the estimated vote. In the Commonwealth of Virginia, Kamala Harris in the lead with 54.2%.
She'll get Virginia. She'll get Virginia. She won't get West Virginia, but she'll get Virginia.
Kamala Harris with a healthy 115,000 plus vote lead. That's with a quarter of the vote counted in the Commonwealth of Virginia, 25%. In New Hampshire, Kamala Harris has 55.7% of the vote. Donald Trump has 43.7% of the vote.
New Hampshire.
Kamala Harris with a 9,517 vote lead. That's with only a tenth, 10% of the estimated vote counted in the state of New Hampshire. In Ohio, Kamala Harris in the lead there, 54.5% of the vote. Donald Trump has 44.7% of the vote. Kamala Harris has a 144,000 plus vote lead in Ohio. That's with a quarter, 25% of the estimated vote in the state of Ohio.
Ohio.
Jake, we said this earlier in the program. We're going to say it again because caution is the operative word here. Sometimes the map early in the night, and we're still early in the night, even though we're moving on a little bit. Sometimes the map looks a little different. Sometimes it looks a lot different than it might look at the end of the night or the end of the count. In the states, it takes a day or two. I say that because at the moment you see Texas is blue. Texas is most unlikely. Rule out nothing, but Texas is most unlikely to be blue at the end of our count. At the moment, the vice president's leading 61% to 38%.
Texas is never blue.
It's just 5% of the Texas vote, and as you can see, it's all from the Dallas area right there. It's a long way to go in Texas. Also, a Senate race.
You get Dallas, should get Houston.
That one's not going to happen right there. We
a lot of people don't move to Houston.
In the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, again, only 3% of the vote in, but you'd rather be ahead from the beginning to the end if you can be. 73% if you round up for Vice President Harris, 27% for Donald Trump. But again, where are they from? They're all from up here in Allegheny County, which is the Democratic stronghold. Just for the sake of comparison, they say that's about 25% of the estimated vote. So it could change, and it could change dramatically. But she's getting 73% if you round up. And if you come back here, Joe Biden got 59%. So if Harris can keep that number, that would bode extraordinarily well. Look at the president 4 years ago was at 59. And she is at 72.5.
But Pennsylvania was his home
Most likely what you get here early on are early votes, which tend to be more Democratic. So let's just wait and see if she can hold. But you'd rather start ahead of your margin and then battle from there. That's the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Let's wander back through the map. North Carolina, a critical battleground. If Harris can win North Carolina, Trump's math gets a lot more complicated. If Harris loses North Carolina and Georgia, her math gets a lot more complicated. Here's where we are right now.
He's going to win Georgia.
Ahead. Only 6% of the vote in. Again,
we need North Carolina.
79,000 and change. Just for the context, Donald Trump got 2.7 million plus to win this state in 2020. So a long way to go in the count. But you look at the map and you say, is it filling in the way each candidate would want it to fill in? So let's start here. Actually, Mecklenburg is the largest population center. And
of course,
Vice President getting 70% if you round that up. This is where she needs to win and win big. The African-American community, the suburbs around it. If you're going to compete in North Carolina, you start in Mecklenburg County, in Charlotte. So 70% if you round up, 67% for President Biden 4 years ago, former Vice President Joe Biden when he ran. This gets a little confusing. But if you're Harris and you can keep that advantage, that's what you want, right? You want to run ahead of where he was. The question is, it's early in the night. Can she hold that? That would bode well for her. If she can, it would show African-American turnout and that she's doing well in the suburbs. Then you move, if you're the Democrat, over to Wake County, which is Raleigh, the second largest population center in the state. Again, we're only at 7%. So this is just a glimpse. And then we check back. 72% for her. Or if you want to look at Trump's number, equally important, where is he performing vis-a-vis last time? 27%.
But this won't be done until tomorrow.
Come back here, 62%. So again,
tonight at midnight. You may know tonight at midnight.
The Vice President of the United States in
well,
the
tonight
areas, the Democratic building blocks is running
3 hours
for boss 4 years ago.
8.
It doesn't mean it will hold up. Let's just scoot over to Durham and take a look.
Whenever California turns 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock.
Come back to Harris now. She's getting 84%. Again,
It's 7 o'clock at 10
Early votes tend to be disproportionately Democratic. So let's
may know at
see
10.
how it plays out.
When
Early in the
President
campaign, we just
Obama
check
was
the
running,
list.
we knew
Are
at
you
10
above or
o'clock.
below where we want to be. And if you're above, you take a breath and you wait for more votes to come in.
Or you know ahead of time if he hit, if whoever hit 270 first.
By Hurricane
Mhm.
Helene. There have been questions where people vote. The state has done a
when
remarkable
Trump
job
and
getting the facilities
Lady
open and making
ran.
people vote. Buncombe County is where
Hillary.
Asheville is right here.
we knew early.
Again, only 7% in, 77% if you round up for the vice president. If you go back again,
When
in these early
President,
results,
when they won,
emphasis on
ran in
early results,
2020,
she's overperforming
we didn't know
Joe
until the next
Biden,
day.
who just narrowly
Mhm.
lost North Carolina 4 years ago. So if that holds up, it tells you keep an eye on North Carolina.
Good night.
At the moment, she's doing what she
We're
needs
off.
to do. But I just want to be cautious.
Just getting out the
There's early
shower.
votes, which tend to favor the Democrats. So let's wait
Like,
until
bring
we
me a
get
liquor
more.
chocolate.
Only at 7% in North Carolina, but we keep counting from there. So then Georgia is hanging on the board blue, the Sun Belt battlegrounds. We'll get to Arizona and Nevada later in the night.
Georgia will turn back red
tomorrow and
tonight.
beyond. But the other two Sun Belt battlegrounds are North Carolina, where we
because
just
they're
were.
sorry.
Let's gas up the car. We go to Georgia now. The president
Last
former
year,
president of the United
I
States,
mean,
the head to
2020, they was blue.
56% of the vote. You're up to 36%, so you start to think, okay, we're doing some business here with the count. However, I just want to caution, Fulton County, by far the largest county population-wise in the state. It's 10% of the state. 159 counties in Georgia. This is by far number one. About half of the vote in, 71%. This is where you start to get in North Carolina.
County
as I said,
always
very
be blue.
early on, the vice president was running ahead of the president. But you see
It's those
53%
little
there,
teeny
and
counties
71% here.
in the
It's
cut.
running a little bit behind.
They'll
the
be
president.
hanging nooses
Again, there's more votes
from
to
the
be counted.
tree.
But remember, this is to go through the night.
That you gotta worry about.
73% if you round up for Biden 2020 in Fulton County. The absolute bedrock of any Democratic victory has to come with big math there. 380,000 votes and change for the president then. You come here now. She's at
If she
71%.
wins
That's a little
Georgia,
below.
we have a
A
chance.
little below the Biden number. We'll see where the final turnout number rounds up. But if you're in the Harris
No,
campaign,
she won't.
you're working the
I
phone
mean,
saying, yo, what's out
Georgia,
there? What's
Holly
gonna come?
turns blue.
Where are we going? Do we really think we matched our numbers? And if you lose a little bit in Fulton County, you better make it up in the suburbs around it, which is why this is very interesting, but it's also very early. Cobb County, 58%, but look
Cobb
at that,
County.
986 votes.
That's why I
to
don't
Trump in the
live
lead.
there.
It's going to take 200,000 plus, 220, 230,000.
Cobb County, I
in
don't
Cobb
live
County.
there.
So let's be careful and cautious early on about that. Then you just come back out. This one's Gwinnett. Up here, Gwinnett
Gwinnett
County.
County.
Harris at 52%.
Gwinnett County is
We're very
blue.
early here. We love counting votes. It gives me an early test of how things are playing out. The 52%, if you round that up, go back to 2020, Biden at 59. You know, you're not alarmed.
Hang on, hang on, hang on.
Just want to come drop down here to DeKalb County. This is the most Democratic of the suburbs, just to the east of Atlanta. Biden gets 83. We don't have any votes in there for the vice president there. One thing the Harris campaign has been saying is if you look out here, you're moving more out to the exurbs now. You're moving more out to the exurbs. Still a high African-American population out here. That Harris with 77% in Rockdale County, getting 76% if you round that up.
What a great.
Ahead of President Biden out here. So there are some areas where you have a higher
Rockdale
vote
County,
count in
South
Georgia where the Harris campaign says we're running a little ahead of Joe Biden. In some of those other places, we still need more votes before we can make a fair comparison.
All right, John King, thanks so much. And we have a key race alert for you now. We're getting some votes in from two key
All
battlegrounds
right.
in the Commonwealth.
Pennsylvania.
Harris in the lead with 77.
She got Pennsylvania.
Donald Trump has 21.5% of the vote. Harris with a
25%.
187,924 vote lead. But it is very, very early. It's only 5% of the estimated vote has been counted in the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania with its big fat packet of 19 electoral votes.
Michigan. We knew
Battleground
these
Michigan,
places. We
Kamala
need to
Harris
see
in the
some
lead
places we
with
know
76.7%
it's going to be
of the
hard
vote.
for her
Donald
to
Trump
bring in.
22.1% of the vote. Kamala Harris with a 62,597 vote lead. Again, very, very early. Only 2% of the
Very
estimated
early.
vote in the battleground Michigan with its big packet of 15 electoral votes. John King.
While we're
Jake, I
waiting,
was just in your home state, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. It's been at the gym. It's a slimmed down packet of 19 electoral votes. It's not so fat. It's slimmed down. It's looking good. Here we go. Where are those votes coming from? Well, number one, they're mostly coming from Philadelphia. Kate Baldwin told you just a few minutes ago.
of course
where
they're
we're gonna
coming
get
from
them.
Philadelphia.
Here it is.
Ain't nothing but black people in
We'll get
Philadelphia.
100,000 votes.
Mhm.
A little over 100,000 votes, right? 17% though of Philadelphia. 87% in the first batch of votes in Philadelphia for the vice president. Again, bit of a broken record, but you compare her. Joe Biden won Pennsylvania, so you want to go back and look 4 years ago, and how is she doing vis-a-vis Joe Biden? 87% in Philadelphia. He got 81% in Philadelphia. It's early in the count. We know these are early votes. Kate told us that. Early ballots tend to be disproportionately Democratic. So will this number hold up for the vice
Democrats
president?
be voting
We'll see as
early,
we play
boy.
out. If she stays close to that number, comes out a little bit, she'll be in good stead in Pennsylvania, but we need to get more votes. Where are the rest of the votes? You're going to come out here now to Lancaster County. This will be interesting. If this one stays blue, you got 52% from the vice president if you round up. But look, it's fewer than 1,000 votes there, fewer than 800 votes. You come back 4 years ago, Donald Trump won this county convincingly, Lancaster County, 57% if you round that up. So we got a ways to go as we wait that play out. So you see things early on. Again, early votes. You get some early votes. They tend to favor the Democrats, which is why, for example, as we leave Pennsylvania, and the votes that you still see Ohio on the map is blue. Well, unlikely to hold up. We'll see. Everything's fair game on election night. You count the votes and you see what happens. But we're very, very early on in the count in Ohio. And for example, a few moments ago, we showed you Texas as blue. That has changed just barely. Donald Trump just barely ahead. But that has changed as well as more votes come in some of these rural counties in Texas. So let's come back to the states in play.
Texas get on my nerves.
In battleground Georgia, it was 11,000.
And Texas really could.
700 and change.
You said because Texas could be blue.
3 years ago, Donald Trump.
Like, you know how
right
many?
Why is that?
I mean, you got the white people in Texas, but you also got a Hispanic population in Texas.
Talked about the
Like,
Democrats.
why are they not blue?
Urban areas, close in suburbs. Then you fight.
A lot of
out the suburbs.
colored individuals
small rural
voted for Trump.
Randomly, Wilcox County. But 57% reporting.
You know what?
77% of the vote. You say, well, that's only 1,500 votes. That's not a big deal.
It's like
a big deal if you're getting it here and here
win
and here,
so they can feel exactly what they.
There are a lot of counties, right? You've got 159.
Like I said, I think that she just heard a lot of
13. They carry the state.
Black people because she decided to.
So that's how Donald Trump runs it up in these little tiny counties.
Go the black route, and they felt it was ungenuine.
Slightly bigger. You see the math there.
But Trump go the black route all the time, and we know it's ungenuine, but we fall for it.
78%.
He be hugging up with an old black lady.
Donald Trump's base is Donald Trump's base.
Well, I think that
just to compare it out,
that's the difference. They trying to say that Trump has historically did that. Like even when he was just a rich white man, he still partaked in dealing with black people that had money. He still would be seen with them. And I mean, rappers used to put Trump name in their songs.
The Trump campaign.
Because he had money.
Now you got to add them all up in the end.
That's what I'm saying. That he dealt with black people that had money.
Still at 53%,
but
71% for the vice.
They ain't really seen her.
Still no math.
And now she is like
Donald Trump's going to carry
black.
Still very early in the count. You come down to Douglas County. A moment ago, I was talking about Rockdale County.
You don't understand?
This is one of the counties the Harris campaign is tracking and saying, okay, this is good news for us. Why do they say that? She's about 76%.
He was still doing the same thing. He about black. He went to a black Chick-fil-A.
62% 4 years ago. So again, it's relatively populous suburban area, south.
He could have took his ass to Chick-fil-A now forever.
Of Atlanta, and you're looking at the Biden number, and then you look at the Harris number in those counties, and you say we're doing a little better.
I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying,
made some chinny
lose a little bit in other places.
What I'm saying is he's not black, so they don't expect him
in some others.
to.
So Jake, you look at the map; it's getting
all of a sudden be black. What they're saying is that they feel that she is not genuine because she is now showing up at all these black people podcasts.
We got some projection. Hold on.
Right now, all of them holds for the incumbent.
Oh, this is the Senate people. We really don't care.
Senator Rick Scott, the Republican, will defeat Democratic Congresswoman, former Congresswoman Debbie Murphy.
We don't care about the Senate people.
Winning a second term in the Sunshine State. Meantime, in Tennessee, the first all-female Senate race in the volunteer state's history, incumbent Republican.
Turn that water all the way off.
Second term,
Bring it as well.
State lawmaker. Meantime, in Indiana, Congressman Jim Banks.
Red.
Democrat Valerie McRae, a clinical psychologist. This is for the open seat left by retiring Senator Mike Braun, who's now running for governor.
It was no red options on my ballot.
Beginning in the Northeast with the state of Massachusetts. There you have Democratic Senator Elizabeth Warren seeking her third term in office.
The only one that said
expected to defeat John Deaton, a best-selling author and cryptocurrency advocate. Staying in the Northeast, another projection.
You put it on mute.
Democrats.
The only thing on my ballot that had Republican was president. Everything else just said Democrat or write-in.
Oh, you know what? That is, you get a Democratic ballot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because you registered as a Democratic.
When did I do that?
When you registered to vote.
Like when?
I wasn't there when you was registered to vote. I'm sorry.
I didn't register to vote this year.
You only registered to vote once in life.
So that's what I'm saying. So what if I wanted to change to Republican?
You have to go and change your registration.
Oh, that it shouldn't be that way. You should be able to go in there and decide if you want to be a Democrat or a Republican that election.
You can change it and say you want to just a regular ballot and not.
I mean, how would I not know? I mean, but they don't even tell you that you're getting a Democratic ballot.
I'm sorry. It would say, like, if there's somebody running against them, it'll put Republican or Democrat on there. If it's somebody running against them, but you probably didn't have anybody running against in your area. Like I had a couple of Republican people because they was somebody running against.
One second, I'm having a technical difficulty, child, today. One second.
All right, I'm gonna put the thing back up.
Got an update now. His lead up to 14,000 votes with 18% of the vote in the Lone Star State. Let's get you an update from Pennsylvania. Here, incumbent Democratic Senator Bob Casey, seeking his fourth term in office. He's currently leading against the CEO of one of the largest hedge funds in the world, former CEO, I should say, Dave McCormick. Casey right now with a 223,000 vote lead. Still very early, though, 6% of the vote in. And it just updated a 222,000 vote lead now for Casey with 6% of the vote in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. An update for you. One of the closest races we are expecting tonight coming from Michigan. There, Democratic Congresswoman Alyssa Slotkin, 60,000 votes ahead of.
Wait, medicine to your daddy. Have him give it to you.
This is for the open seat left by retiring.
He do.
Debbie Stabenow.
He can read.
50% of the vote in the Wolverine state of Michigan. So
okay, bring it to me.
Power for the U.S. Senate. These are the raw numbers. Democrats hold 32 seats, Republicans 42 with that one important pickup in West Virginia, but 26 seats remain up for grabs. It's an open contest right now in the U.S. Senate. You need 51 seats to control that chamber, Jake.
All right, Boris, thanks so much. We're awaiting more votes in the crucial presidential battlegrounds of Georgia, North Carolina.
North Carolina.
We're watching those very early votes
We
from
need
Michigan as well. We're also looking
Pennsylvania
at 9 p.m. Eastern.
and North Carolina.
All voting is going to end in Michigan and another blue wall battleground.
9 p.m.
Wisconsin. Voting also ends soon in the key western swing state of Arizona. More votes, more suspense when election night in America continues after this quick break.
All right. As they take a break, let's remove that. All right. What's going on? What else is going on in the world? Hello. What else is going on in the world?
Hold on, I'm telling Eric to come get his job before I be taken down.
Big back return.
Mm-hmm.
Cheesecake monkey.
I had to.
Monkey.
Mm-hmm. And you know I like cheesecake. But once she started, I was like, I don't even want to see it. I didn't even keep it going once she took her first bite.
What is this milk?
I don't have no idea. Have no idea.
What's the blue milk? I think we talked about this the other day about you doing this from Cheesecake Factory.
No, we just said get some cheesecake. We didn't we didn't say dip it in blue milk. Like I don't even who dips cheesecake. Like they make up new stuff on this app.
That's the cheesecake with a big ass Oreo on it.
That's the one I had on your birthday.
Was it good?
Mm-hmm.
How do you have cheesecake on my birthday? You didn't even bring me a piece.
You don't eat it.
But you did not bring me a piece. I I know her stomach is the bubble guts.
Bubble.
Because
Like, what's going on?
I know who put cheesecake in milk. It's already all that dairy in it.
Mm-hmm.
Should I dip it?
No, don't dip
No,
it.
you shouldn't. Exactly.
Did y'all see all that cream?
That's a s'mores one.
I ain't tried that one. I haven't had that one. The last one I got, I ain't like.
And this how you keep it healthy.
That's the one
You
I ain't
always
like.
have to have some fruit.
She putting it in the milk? Why? She gonna eat it? And y'all know she did not eat all of this. She took one bite out of these cheesecake and moved on to her life.
Take us back. What else I sent you? 3-year-old mom. Oh, she jumped off the Niagara Falls. Go up, Simone. Oh, go to Orlando. So, look, I was looking at this. I was like, this girl looks so familiar. It's the Chick-fil-A girl, the girl that used to do the Chick-fil-A. She interviewing him, but she do food review things too, and you could tell that she must be eating the whole meal because click on it.
Sing Amazing Grace.
That is a huge weight gain.
That is a huge weight gain. When I first seen it, it went on her page. It was another page. And I was like, that looked just like the Chick-fil-A girl. I was like, but she a little big. She look old. I was like, she look older. That's what I said. And then I was like, what was the girl name? I found her page and it sure enough was her. I was like, this is what eating.
So she got 2 pages?
No, somebody had reposted the interview with Orlando because you know he be saying crazy stuff. So somebody had posted because of him and they didn't put her name because I guess they didn't know who she was. And I was like, this do not look like this girl did back. That was this year.
Yeah. It was this summer.
Yeah. Like.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound I saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Oh, good job! You can sing too. Yeah. I can hold a note. I can't sing. There you go. That was good. Sing Amazing.
Oh my God! Is this her? This was her.
Hello, hope you're having a great day. Today I'm going to show you what I get on my employee meal. Dang, it's been so long since I've said that, like months. Just kidding. I no longer work for Chick-fil-A, but I did want to come and give you guys a nice life update. If you don't know me, hi, my name is Miriam.
So that was in July.
Sing Amazing Grace.
This was the day ago.
Hello, I hope you're having a great day. I'm at Olive Garden. You know what I'm here for. If you don't know, Olive Garden has never-ending pasta and soup and salad and breadsticks. In my local Olive Garden in Buena Park, California, that is $15.99. I don't think that's too bad. First order already went out, but while we wait, I got an amaretto.
I wondered if she get paid for that because you know Olive Garden is one of the part of the Red Lobster chain that is filing for bankruptcy.
Well, you know, it's been a trend. A lot of people been seeing how many bowls they can eat. It's part of mukbang. So, yeah, if you click on all you can eat pasta, it's gonna be hundreds of videos of it.
Come with me to heal my inner child at the Krabby Patty collab at Nickelodeon Studios. Look at this super cute Krabby Patty inspired cupcake. Nickelodeon has partnered with Off the Menu and Paramount to bring some.
So, I mean, I don't know. But she have been eating.
Hello, hope you're having a great day. Today I'm going to show you what I got for dinner. Oh my gosh. Now I don't know nothing about this restaurant. It's
That's me
called
right
Nick
here.
the
She
Greek.
don't
I
look
only
as
got
big
it
as
because
you another
Uber Eats was
video,
having a
like,
deal
That's all
where I
you
got to
heard.
buy one get one.
she look older than like somebody auntie.
Maybe because it was a close up.
Sing Amazing Grace.
Amazing
It was Grace.
That's what it was. It was her hair and it was a close up.
Oh, okay.
We're not going to make her big back yet.
Okay.
Next year she will be one.
Like her face looks small. This one next to the cupcakes. Maybe it was just whoever was recording.
If you
was
know
getting her
me,
bad
I
angles.
love a good sweet treat. And today we have
Sometimes that
cupcakes
happens. If I
from Patty's Cupcakes in Fullerton.
Yeah,
It was about
like this. You see a double.
yeah, it give you a thicker neck and everything.
Yeah.
They would have had to reshoot that for me though.
Hey Edwin, how you doing? Hey family, welcome. Yes, we're covering back and forth. We're going through the election and we're going on TikTok as well because we have not been filming consistently like we're supposed to. We're going to do better in 2025. Yes, because right now we're covering the 2024 elections. Hopefully everyone voted. And if not, then don't complain. I don't want to hear your mouth. If someone wins that you didn't like.
Don't like.
So I don't want to hear it. You don't have a say so.
You off?
Oh, you off work? Okay. I hope you voted. I hope you got there in time. It's against the law for them not to let you off in time to vote. They have to give you enough time to vote. Hopefully they was able to give you enough time to vote. All right, let's tune in. It looks like Mr. Blue Man, Mr. Orange Man has gotten another state. 27 to 99.
99 for Trump, 27 for the vice president. We're very early. It takes 270 to win. The thing you look at when you look at this map is, are there any surprises? And the answer as of now is no.
No.
That the states that are red are states that Trump has won consistently in the Republican states, and the states that are blue are Democratic states. So we have no surprises on the map at the moment because those states, none of those states are considered battleground states. But you always watch on election night, every now and then you get a surprise. At the moment, the map is filling in as expected as we await for the states that tend to be the swing states and the battleground states. Just one point I want to
it was saying he voted 2 weeks ago.
Last time we were here, just a few minutes ago.
So you lied, Edwin.
Ohio has
you lied.
Red now. Donald Trump with a very narrow.
He did what he had to do to get up out of there.
Day votes start to come in. States that are reliably one color or the other, one party or the other, tend to go back to their DNA. Trump now narrowly ahead in Ohio. We'll keep an eye on that as we do it. So let's look at the battleground states that will matter most. If
Georgia
fills in over there, who can get to 270? Georgia is one of the big pieces of the puzzle.
Georgia always
a state decided by 11,779 votes, I believe. 4 years ago, Donald Trump ahead by more than 300,000 votes, or about half the count. Half the count is good, but there's still a long way to go. Just want to check. This is where the Democrats have to run it up. Remember, Cobb County, last time we checked, Trump was winning. Harris is now winning with 57% of the vote.
It will go back.
57% of the count in. She's got 50% of the vote. You move over. That's around where Biden was 4 years ago, a little tiny bit above. That's what she wants to do. You come over to DeKalb County. Biden was at 83. The vice president is at 75. Very early in the count there. Keep an eye on
whatever.
You have to make that. That
would
be a big.
He had to get out of there early.
That would be a big deal. And again,
do what he had to do. You know.
Yes. So people next in 4 years do that.
So
vote 2 weeks early to tell your company you have to leave early to go vote.
I told myself I had to be off the whole day.
Does in rural America, 69% 4 years ago. So a little bit. 100 votes here, 100 votes there can matter as you're trying to win a battleground state.
It was weighing on me heavy. I had to think about what to do.
See again, 51%.
The good thing is, here's the good thing.
Incredibly competitive.
If Trump wins tonight,
check in on how Trump is doing.
You do his 4
counties.
years.
80% of the vote in Macon County.
Okay, because we have been hearing for Trump for the last
8 years.
But that's about equal to
no.
before. So you're looking now,
8 years.
Battleground North
Mhm,
Carolina,
8 years.
Battleground Georgia,
And
Battleground
if
Pennsylvania.
he doesn't win, we have to hear
Coming
from
up
him again for
2024,
another 4
some votes
years.
coming in
So
slowly in
if we
Battleground
do
Michigan
win,
as well.
we get him out the way.
As we
He
continue
keep
to
pushing
count
on.
and go, just checking to see if anything else.
We'll
is
never
showing
hear
up.
from
Let's
him
take a quick look
again
at Michigan
after the
before we
8
have
years.
to go here.
After we're
59%,
all
but look at
in
all
a
the votes
recession.
are here. Let's check
Bro.
here. This is Kent County, a
He
key
only get
suburban
4.
if Trump can hold on to this one, he'll
Huh?
win Michigan, but we're
I
very,
said
very
after
early
4
in the
years,
count.
4 more years, we'll have to
All
deal
right,
with
John,
him.
well, polls
Yeah,
are
we'll
about
have
to
to deal
close
with
in
him
Deep
for 4
Red,
years.
Arkansas, where 6
We got a
electoral votes are
projection.
stated. And CNN can
Arkansas,
project that
we knew
Donald
he was going to
Trump
win
will
Arkansas.
win the state of Arkansas as expected. Donald Trump will take home Arkansas's 6 electoral votes. Let's take a look at the electoral map count now. Donald Trump in the lead with 105 electoral votes. Kamala Harris.
I
has
know it's making your
27
stomach hurt
electoral
to
votes.
watch
There are
this like
270
this.
electoral votes needed to
CNN
win. Let's
does
take a
go
look at
with the
where
red
there are
first.
states that have not been projected yet. In the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, Kamala Harris has 71.2% of the vote. Donald Trump has 27.8%
Hopefully,
of the
they
vote.
have to have at least
Harris with a
50% of the votes counted before
238,000 plus vote
before
lead. But it's early. Only
CNN would
8% of the
count
estimated
it
vote has been in from
As a win.
Pennsylvania.
as a win.
In battleground Michigan, Kamala Harris has 57.6%.
So she can win that.
Donald Trump has 40.5% of the vote. Harris with a 50,000
So that's 2. She can get more. 15.
6% of the estimated
She
vote
can gain
from
on them.
Michigan. Still a lot
15
of
and
votes to be counted
19.
in Michigan. In battleground North
That's
Carolina, Harris
34.
in the lead there. 49.8% of the vote, but Donald Trump bringing up the rear. 48.9%.
Coming close in North Carolina.
Harris has right now a 7,200.
Well, North Carolina is a red state.
With 14%
It is. If she can put the flip, she may win.
In battleground Georgia,
She
Donald
win.
Trump in the lead with 55.4% of the
They're
vote.
over 53%
Harris
of the
with
vote
44%
in
of the vote.
Georgia.
Donald Trump with a healthy 322,000.
And he
plus
has
vote
the
lead.
lead.
That's with more
About
than
10%,
11%. 53% of the estimated
We knew
vote
Georgia was
in
going to
Georgia
turn back
counted. In the
red.
Commonwealth of Virginia, Kamala Harris in the lead with 50% of the vote. Donald Trump with 48.2% of the vote. Harris with a
All right. She's doing good in Virginia, which we knew she was.
39% of the estimated vote in from Virginia counted. In the state of New Hampshire, Kamala
There's only
Harris
4. We need more than 4 in New
54.1%
Hampshire. What
of
the
vote.
hell?
Donald Trump with 45.3%.
We need more than
Harris
4.
with a 13,000
Like, what the
plus
hell?
vote lead.
Hello?
That's with an estimated 18% of the estimated
Oh, I
vote out of
text you
New
said I
Hampshire
didn't
counted.
Want me to see you $10
In Ohio, Donald Trump in the lead,
Mm.
50.3% of the vote. Kamala Harris with 48.9% of the vote. Donald
Why
Trump
you asking me that
with a
question if I said-
36,000.
But she's
plus
coming
vote
up
lead.
behind them.
That's with an
I'm
estimated
getting that down.
41% of the estimated vote
Yeah,
in
they have
from
some bullshit.
Ohio. And now we can make a projection in a closely watched
Here we
race.
go, another
for
projection.
governor. CNN can project.
Oh, we don't care about
Democrat
that.
Josh Stein.
We don't
will
care
be
about the
elected
Josh.
governor of North Carolina. Stein is the
We don't
current
care about
Attorney
that.
General. We are projecting that he will defeat his Republican opponent, Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson, who had Donald Trump's endorsement. Robinson's history of controversy became a major issue.
They
in the
want
race,
a,
including recently uncovered, shall we call them,
a,
informative posts on a porn
governor
website
in North
from more than a
Carolina
decade
to
ago.
be,
Again, CNN projects the Democrats will
Democrat.
hold on to the governor's office in North Carolina.
So
with
maybe
Attorney
they will
General Josh
win.
Stein
They would
replacing
turn it
term
blue
limited Governor
in North
Roy
Carolina.
Cooper. John?
Hopefully
Jay,
that
one
will
of the big
happen.
questions in North Carolina, as you know, is Democrats were somewhat hopeful that maybe the scandal in the governor's race might help them, and the Trump campaign was nervous that with the Republican candidate Robinson in trouble, would Trump be impacted by that? So let's just take a quick look at it. You see North
I hope
Carolina,
it was
this is the
2,
presidential
y'all.
race, very close
Okay.
at the moment. We're only at about 15%
Good.
of the statewide
Good.
vote count,
Thank
so
you.
a long way to go in a state we
You're
expect to be
welcome.
tight.
I
It
know.
is tight from the get-go in the early count. I just want to switch over and look at the governor's race. Excuse me, it's down here. Look at the governor's race. So you have the
All
Democrat
right.
here at
So let's move on. Let's
49.4,
go
the
to something
Democratic
else. Let's get into
Go to that video above the one we was just at.
okay. Let's go into some TikTok hot mess. Let's move into the hot mess.
Go right here.
Right here?
Mm-hmm. This is funny.
Y'all. So this lady brought her son some school clothes off a Temu. Temu, however you pronounce it.
Count your days.
She's been sending him to school in his clothes since August. And she said this is about the 8th time he wore this outfit. So she didn't realize something was seriously wrong with this outfit until her son was sent home with a note that he could not wear to school anymore.
Do you see it?
Mm-mm.
So this
I
is
had to
what-
look at it for a while, but why? Look at the highlighted letters.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Woo! I was like, what? It looked fine. I was like, vision, creativity, passion. I was like, what's the problem? Then I looked at those gold letters. Why did Timu make an outfit like that in the kids section? And it's on the pants.
I want to know if it's really from Temu. Like, I want to know. And why did they put it in the kids department?
Exactly.
I don't think that. First of all, I don't think it was in the kids department. I think it's in the adult section, and she ordered it in the small.
Probably so. Probably
And
so,
she
because he
didn't
don't even
see-
look that small.
Mhm.
He look like a big boy. But I was
And
crying
she didn't
laughing when I
see that.
realized it was.
Vision, creativity, and passion. That sounds inspirational.
Let
That
me
sounds.
look on Timu and see.
Yes.
Do I see this outfit?
I don't think it's on there. I don't think I am taking up for Temu. I think this is a scam. Come on through Temu. Come on through Temu. Temu, or whatever your name is. I think it's in a man's thing though. It's in a man's. It's in a man's. This is on her. This is on her.
They got a bunch of them. It's all in the men's. They got different colors, sweatshirts, everything.
It's in the men's department. Why would she order this in the men's department? She ordered it in a small. I'm gonna let my son wear this to school. She just saw vision, creativity, and passion. I eat ass. And Timur, they know whoever the designer is for this, know they're wrong. They are so wrong.
Yeah, when I hear kids, it's not in the kids section.
Kids is in the men's department, and she ordered from the men's department. She's wrong. She's wrong. Timu is wrong. They should have put a
rated R sign.
Yep, they should have put
Oh
what
God!
They don't know won't hurt him. Oh, I thought you were talking about the. I think he's talking about the job. Yeah, they should have put a explicit. You know how when you used to CDs, explicit parent advisory thing on there. Do not order this unless you're 18 years of older.
She said he done wore to school about 8 times. I guess the teacher today was like,
"Oh my God! Why would a man want to walk around with that on his shirt that says "I eat ass"? Like, why?"
Well, they got a whole compilation of them, sweatshirts, the whole 9. Like, you can get you a sweatshirt, a t-shirt. You can get I eat ass in different colors. They got the shorts. Like I don't know if here's the shorts, but yeah, this the whole set.
Oh my God.
$14.79. Come in all different colors.
Let me pull it up.
Yeah, she did that. I would have been so embarrassed.
I would have too. What the hell's going on?
Oh,
I would have too.
That was my laugh for the day when I saw that.
Poor baby.
It probably was a student that said it. Knowing these kids, they probably like, "Oh, you eat ass." And he was like, "What?" And the teacher was like, "What?" And then they seen it.
Yep. Oh my God. But see, all of it. See, why did she go for that one? Because all of them are not like that. Why did she go for that one? Hold on.
She didn't see it.
Like right here. She could have got that.
Yeah, she didn't see it. She just saw. I mean, because when I looked at it, I was like, "What's wrong with the outfit?" I mean, I instantly read the words: vision, creativity, passion. I was like, "What's wrong
right here eating ass?" Like,
so I guess if you just picking outfits, you know, like if I was picking the kids' sweatshirts, I probably would click on one of them sweatshirts, not looking at the highlighted words.
But why would somebody walk around with a sweatshirt
Like,
that says
who made that?
ass?
Right. Who created that?
Like, what the hell, Timu? What the hell? Now, I like this one right here. I'm not switching up. Yeah, I like that one right there. It opened up in a new tab for some reason. It's $17. I don't know if I would pay that much for a Timu hoodie.
Right, because you ain't gonna know what type of material is gonna come as.
Yeah. I like that one. That's cute.
Come as a sheet.
That's cute. But I eat ass. Like, really. Right there. I just can't believe that. I'm still
You instantly like, I do not believe that that's a real shirt.
I do not. And why would Timu put it? But it is in the men's department.
Mm-hmm.
Did she not see that in did she see that in the kids?
It don't say. I ain't see it in the kids.
No, it don't say it in the kids. Oh, I scrolled down and saw a kid. I was like, oh my god, it is. Oh, but no, this is noodles. No. Uh-oh. What's this?
The kids?
For men.
Say for men.
For men.
It's like it said for men, women, and girls. Go ahead.
Let's see.
Oh, as gifts. Okay.
Gifts. Do not give me that as a gift. I don't want that as a gift. I don't want a shirt that says ID ass. I'm good. I'm good.
I mean, I just don't know why you walk around with a shirt like that. Like, been up forgotten winning to work.
I know. Oh my god. Or not even paying attention, just like it and ordered it off Temu, and then boom, you go to work. Oh my god. HR pull you in and say, excuse me. Do you have something to tell us?
Your attire is inappropriate.
Yes. Oh my god. That was hilarious. That was hilarious. Did he get suspended?
No, the teacher, they told him he can never wear that again.
Never, even when he get older.
Never ever. They said never ever.
Oh my god. I cannot believe. Why would his mom do that to him?
She didn't know. It was not intentional.
I will be sending Temu a nice email right now. Refund me my money and give me some credit for damages. Because they always give you a credit when you spin that damn wheel. Take that damn wheel. You can't exit off of it. You have to wait until it go. I hate that wheel. We should all write into Temu and tell them to take that goddamn wheel off that page.
And tell them stop texting me.
I know.
They're not as bad as the election people.
I know, but the election is almost over. You won't get no more. Well, after tonight, you won't get no text messages. They have stopped texting, hopefully.
Text, call, and mail. Like I text, call, and mail. All three of them.
2 minutes ago, Temu, congratulations, friend. You've been chosen for a special offer. I don't want your offer because it's fake. It's never, you never get an offer. You never get a real offer. You
just
never get a real offer.
Make you to click on it. Did you see the lady that was selling her baby on Facebook Marketplace for $150?
$150? She didn't need much, did she?
She didn't need much. Well, so a black family. Yeah, that's right. Go up. Right there.
Oh my god. You want me to click on it? Oh, you want to explain it? Okay.
Now, y'all, we have a crazy case out of Texas. A 21-year-old mother is being accused of trying to sell her newborn baby on Facebook. So Juniper Bryson, she's 21 years old and she already has a daughter. Juniper was also expecting her first son in September of this year. But y'all, it's being said that Juniper knew that her baby would test positive for drugs. She's claiming that she didn't want him to go into foster care, so she went to this Facebook group looking for an adoptive parent. Now, y'all, at first, it seemed like Juniper was just a mother who didn't want her son to go into the system. It seemed like she was looking for a happy family to begin the adoptive process. But in private DMs, Juniper started asking people for money. Now, in one message, she wrote this woman basically saying, look, I need somebody to adopt my son, but I want to get some money so I can get an apartment or I can get a car. Now, Juniper told these people she was trying to better herself and get a car so she can get a job and try to get her other child back. But y'all, when people will question her and basically say, look, I think you're trying to sell your baby, she will block them. So Juniper was due to give birth any day. And another incident happened where a couple was traveling from Louisiana to Texas in order to adopt this baby. Now, she informed them that she was having contractions, she was going into labor, and they needed to hurry and come. But on the way down, she started sending them screenshots of food that she wanted them to buy from DoorDash. So y'all, this couple is saying that they did Apple Pay her $25 for food. But y'all, it's not in their mind that they're buying this baby. They're thinking they're just helping this woman by buying her food because she's about to give birth. It isn't until a few hours later, while they're still on that trip, she texts them again asking for $150. Now, Juniper then gets mad at this couple when they don't send the money, and she tells them if the baby is not worth $200, then just forget it, and then she blocks them. Need I remind you, this is a couple that is traveling from Louisiana to Texas just to adopt this baby. Now, y'all, this is where the story takes a crazy turn because there's actually a couple that was at the hospital when she gave birth.
That's the couple that
now,
I
a
saw.
woman by the name of Wendy Williams and her husband is saying that they met Juniper online and they wanted to adopt this baby, but they wanted to do everything the right way. So they made it to the birth. She stayed in there the whole 8 hours Juniper was in birth. Now, y'all, she sat there and watched Juniper go through withdrawals. She watched his baby go through withdrawals. And her husband even signed papers making them legally responsible for this baby. It wasn't until she took to social media to express how happy she was about being able to adopt that people started coming to telling her that this woman had been trying to sell her baby online. Now, Wendy is saying that she was shocked because she didn't know that Juniper was actually trying to sell the baby. She thought that she was just trying to get somebody to adopt him. So, y'all, when Wendy questioned Juniper about her trying to sell this baby, Juniper had the nurses escort her and her husband out. Now, this is the lady that just sat there for 8 hours while you gave birth. Not only that, stayed in the hospital for 3 days with this woman, all to have everything ripped away from her in a matter of minutes. Now, she's saying that when she found out Juniper was trying to sell the baby, she instantly contacted police and CPS, and that's how all of this stuff broke news. Juniper was arrested, and she was charged with trying to sell her baby.
At that very moment, she requested that the nurse remove me from the room. Williams had already named the baby and signed legal documents, but Bryson took it all back. After finding out what she did, Williams contacted CPS, and police were called. Investigators obtained conversations with at least 7 people on social media where they say Bryson was asking for money in exchange for the baby.
Now, y'all, I read comments of people saying, well, at least she didn't unalive the baby. At least she didn't leave the baby somewhere. But do y'all not understand that this woman could have sold this baby to a predator? It is all kind of weird people online. You do not know who you're selling your baby to. And not only that, for $150 is crazy. Y'all, this is not a pet. This is not something that you're just selling on Facebook Marketplace. This is a child. Y'all, she had already lost her first child. And do I think she was trying to sell this baby in order to better herself? No.
Not for
$150 or $200 or $25 for food is giving drug activity. And I feel like this woman was still on drugs. This case is completely heartbreaking because you do have some people out there in the world who want to give their children a better life and a loving family. And you have a lot of loving couples out there that just can't have kids. The fact that she played on these people's emotions, knowing that this was all for money, is just crazy.
Is charged with sale of a child. According to court documents, in September, she posted in a Facebook group for birth moms looking for adoptive parents. When people responded, she allegedly sent them a private message asking for compensation.
Now, y'all, as if this case can't get even crazier, it's being said that this woman is actually a missing child herself. Now, y'all, somebody ended up finding this missing person post that showed that Juniper went missing in 2019 at the age of 16. Now, we don't know how this case ended, but y'all, I just think this is crazy. Now her bond is $30,000. She
They do
does go
like
to court
wig.
this week. I will keep you guys updated on this case.
And why does she have on a pink jumpsuit?
I don't know where the hell she at in Fairyland.
I know. When did they get pink? And how did she get that wig?
Maybe that's the women's side. They let you dress up or something because she definitely got on a wig. Jumpsuit. Well, yeah, when I seen it the first time, it said Wendy Williams. I was like, Wendy.
They didn't get no child, Wendy.
Yeah, that's what made me watch it because her name was Wendy Williams. But what? You see somebody? Oh, you're still bald headed.
Disrespect. It ain't disrespectful. You disrespectful. Go sit your ass somewhere.
I never seen you with no hair.
I have hair.
Where? Where is it?
Oh yeah, I don't have any hair because I'm the Rock. I'm the Rock.
What's your rock face? Show her your rock.
No.
He's so full of it.
Hold on, wait. I'm scared.
You can't come in.
Hey.
Come in to the thing. Oh, I guess come out.
Wait, it keeps.
There you go.
Okay, Dwayne Johnson.
He do it really good when he want to. Just do it. He do it really good. That you need to practice.
Me?
Yes, you.
What?
But yeah, it's 15 minutes. You gotta go to bed. 8 minutes, say Drew.
What?
Yeah. All right. What else we got?
What kind of predictions we got? Anything else in?
Oh, hold on. Let me switch over. Let me look. All right.
And it's almost 9:00.
Who won the voting?
We don't know yet, but we don't know yet.
Who did you vote for?
Who do you think I voted for? I voted for the Lord. Oh, Austin, who you voted for?
The Lord.
The Lord. He said the Lord. I voted for the. Damn, Trump is at 105.
Ballots in Detroit, but
she ain't moving.
Ballots and voting.
Democrats vote early, but they count slow as hell.
Of that law, which allows for counting to begin as early as last Monday. One more note. This is important, Aaron, because in 2020,
don't touch them all. Get one and go somewhere. Get a napkin. Go get a napkin.
Unfounded claims of fraud in the midst of that frantic absentee ballot counting. In part because of you have that law, you were able to start early. We're not seeing any of those protests here now. And there's going to be a truck arriving in the next couple of hours, going to pull up at that door there with absentee ballots collected from drop boxes around the city as well. Again, that's not fraud. That's not vote dumping. That's part of the process of counting these votes here. And
count the votes. Count the votes.
We'll see. And they have said they expect to be overall for the state of Michigan faster than last year, which of course was the day after midday. Secretary of State said she hoped it would be a little bit earlier than that. Well, we'll see as the count comes in. Kyung Law is at a Maricopa County counting facility. Maricopa County, biggest in Phoenix, fastest growing in the country, as they say. Kyung, one of the most important counties for the entire election.
For the entire election. That's why you have so many reporters here. That's why we are watching Maricopa County so closely. And let's take a look at the clock. We only have a few more minutes, about 7 more minutes.
Oh, they're not going to bed in 8 minutes.
Arizona. I wanted you to take a look at what we are watching, though, here at the county.
That's a lot of white people counting them votes.
On that split screen, that other video that you're looking at, that's the inside of the vote count, the tabulation center. They are looking at the ballots. They are processing ballots. All of this is with the early vote. After the polls close, about an hour after polls close here in Arizona, we are anticipating to get the first results out of it.
Oh, you're live?
That will be only the early vote. The ballots that have been processed up until election day.
You're dropping stuff.
As the night moves on, Aaron, those ballots that are out at the vote centers will be processed. They're counted, separated in there, and then brought over here to the tabulation center.
I think Georgia is still going to be red. It's going to go back to red.
Out as well. So
you think so?
Yeah.
process. It
They
time,
so
it has to be signature
Errol
verification.
Bundy
The ballots have to be cured
Carter,
here in Maricopa County.
he
But
won
it's something I want to
the
address really quickly because this is something that's happening right here in
Republican
Arizona
vote
as we watch this clock
for the
run
first
down
Congress
before
district.
polls close. Is that there's
So
still long lines at some of the spots that we are watching at some of these vote centers. At Mesa Community College, where we were at, and then you're going to check real quick, it's still an hour long line. If you are in line,
an hour.
when
Oh my
polls
God.
close at 7 o'clock local time, Aaron.
Stand
you'll still be able
hard,
to vote.
stand
Right,
still,
which is
people.
amazing, and it's
Stand
amazing that people are
still.
doing that and waiting. That is something, as you said, that everyone should be happy about. But amazing to sit there late at night, say, I'm going to sit and wait another hour or two to vote. As both campaigns hope they will. All right, Kyung, thank you very much. And let's go back to the voting desk as these counts are coming in. And people have questions about how it's happening, what's happening, where. Pam, Macomb County in Michigan, what are you seeing there?
Well, Aaron, I just got off the phone with this key swing county in Michigan from the county clerk, Anthony Forlini, and he tells me he's actually hopping in his car now with a police escort to get tabulator memory sticks because they're delayed with the results coming in. Why?
What?
Well, he says it's because there were very long lines. The polls were supposed to close at 8 p.m. Eastern time, so they had to delay closing and stay open until everyone had the opportunity to cast their votes. Officials are tabulating the results right now, but those first results from
Lord, Trump is winning in Virginia, child.
5 minutes from now.
We need Virginia
later than that due to the long lines. According to the clerk, there were over 122,000 early votes cast in person there and 182,000 mail-in ballots as of yesterday. They're on track to have more than 200,000 mail-in ballots, he says. But given the high early voting turnout, he told me that the expectation there was that there would be lackluster turnout today. That is not the case in that key county. Overall in Michigan, let's look at
she
the
definitely gonna lose
the
Georgia.
Michigan Secretary of State says more than 3.4 million voters cast their ballots early or by mail. That's nearly 47% of registered voters. And listen to this. Another 85,000 absentee ballots were returned to polling centers today. Let's go over to Milwaukee. They've had some issues over there in Milwaukee today. They're going to have to retabulate about 30,000 ballots.
Wow.
Problems with the county machines were discovered. All 13 tabulating machines are being set to zero. The ballots will be put through again. It's going to take time. They had initially estimated there the ballot count from the absentees would be done around midnight. Now it's more likely around 2 or 3 a.m. And then in Arizona,
2 or 3 a.m.
Maricopa County, the largest county, that it's taking longer than expected to process early ballots. The first release of 1.1 to 1.2 million ballots of those early ballots at about 10 p.m. Eastern tonight will only account for early votes through last Tuesday, October 29th. That is less than the initial estimate that the first drop would be comprised of ballots.
He's definitely going to win
Friday,
Mississippi.
they thought. So it's going more slowly there. One more thing.
Trump is going to win
I'm
Mississippi.
told they're going to keep up 24-hour shifts in Maricopa to keep things moving. They understand how important it is to get those results out, those accurate results out.
Yes, the Lord is.
All right,
Pam,
thank you
right
very
now.
much. Take all of that together. Look at where we
He's
are.
not leading right now.
That tells me to tell the people at home either slow down the popcorn or make some more because we're going to be at this a while and maybe brew an extra pot. But I just want to start in Michigan because Pam was just talking about Macomb County, Michigan. Right here. This is Wayne County. We have no votes. The reason we can't say much about Michigan right now is we have 0 votes in the largest population center. And then she mentioned Macomb County, which is right here. Blue collar. Back in the late 80s, early 90s, this is where they were studying Reagan Democrats, right? Why were union auto workers voting for Ronald Reagan for president? That debate continues out there right now. It was out there just about a month ago. It's a huge test out there, but it's very early in Michigan, only 8%. So let's come back out to the battlegrounds where we have more votes. Let's check here. Only up to 15% in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. The vice president with a big lead. Pennsylvania's not going to end. No matter who wins Pennsylvania, it's not going to end a 30-point race. We just know that as we count more votes. So we'll wait and try to get more in Pennsylvania. This is one of the surprises. A lot of surprises on the map right now. Unlikely to end this way. You see the vice president leading in Kansas, the vice president leading in Missouri, the vice president, even though we've already projected Arkansas, that's just early votes. The votes will come in. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. We're open to surprises here, but we'll keep a look at it. A surprise that has a lot of votes counted so far is Virginia. They're almost up to the halfway mark here, and Donald Trump is ahead in the state Joe Biden carried 4 years ago.
Oh, my God.
Points by 10 points. So let's see. One of the things we do.
Come on, Virginia.
Get up to almost half of the vote is what's missing. Right? This is live outstanding votes. The larger the circle, the more votes are out in an area. The color of that circle tells you how the voting is going so far. So you see these big circles in Richmond and the suburbs, huge circles, and then smaller circles within them in the Washington, D.C. suburbs. So there are a lot of Democratic votes still to be counted. Vice President can't like that right now. You do not like being tied in battleground Virginia right now, but there are a lot of votes still to be counted.
Oh, it's a lot of votes that need to be
counted. A lot of
counted.
them are Democratic, so we'll see. Same test in North Carolina, up to 38% of the vote. Trump with a narrow lead there. Let's just bring it up and look. Live outstanding votes. Again, your biggest outstanding votes are in the Democratic areas: Charlotte, Raleigh-Durham, Winston.
These Democrats be counting too damn slow.
Down there. So you have a very competitive race right there, right now. You'd rather be Donald Trump and you'd rather be ahead, but there's a lot of vote counting to do. And again, this is one of the tightest of the battlegrounds. Virginia, a bit of a surprise, Jake, more counting elsewhere.
All right, John King, voting is about to end in 15 states, the second biggest wave of results this evening. 100.
Let's see, can we get us on the board? Get us on the board.
Official battlegrounds. CNN's going to bring you this projection right now.
Oh my God!
Texas.
It's not looking too hot.
The state of Texas, as expected, to Donald Trump with its big bucket of 40 electoral votes. CNN also projects that North Dakota will go to Donald Trump. As expected, North Dakota with its 3 electoral votes. 2 more for Trump now. CNN projects that South Dakota will go to Donald Trump. South Dakota, as expected, with its 3 electoral votes to Donald Trump. And CNN projects that Wyoming will go to Donald Trump. Wyoming with its 3 electoral votes. CNN is not making any projections in the following states that just closed their polls. Arizona, that's a big battleground. Colorado, Iowa, Kansas, Louisiana, battleground Michigan, Minnesota, Nebraska, New Mexico, New York, and battleground Wisconsin. Let's look at the electoral map now. Donald Trump has 154 electoral votes. Kamala Harris has 27 electoral votes. 270 are needed to win. Let's bring you a key race alert now. In battleground Pennsylvania, Kamala Harris in the lead with 64.4% of the vote.
19.
Donald Trump has 34.7% of the vote. Kamala Harris in the lead there with 326,000 plus votes.
She needs both of those.
An estimated 16% of the vote has been counted in Pennsylvania.
15.
In battleground Michigan, Kamala Harris in the lead, 54.8%.
We all of these.
Donald Trump with 43.3% of the vote. Kamala Harris with a 55,000 plus vote lead. That's with only an estimated 8% of the vote counted in Michigan. Still very low in Michigan. In
oh man, she was leading in North Carolina. Now he leading.
Of the vote. Kamala Harris with 47.1% of the vote. Donald Trump with a more than 106,000 vote lead. That's with 39% of the estimated vote counted in battleground North Carolina. In battleground Georgia, lead there, 52.8% of the vote. Kamala Harris with 46.6% of the vote. Donald Trump has a healthy 221,000 plus vote lead. That's with an estimated 66% of the vote counted in Georgia. About 2/3 of the vote in Georgia has been counted. In the Commonwealth of Virginia, Donald Trump in the lead there now with 49.3% of the vote.
Oh my God. This is going to kill me all night. It's going to kill me tonight. Oh my God. How is he in the head now, people in Virginia?
Half the vote counted in the Commonwealth of Virginia, 50% counted there in Virginia. In the state of New Hampshire, Kamala Harris has
going to give, that's 57 she can get. She already got 27 on the board.
Kamala Harris in the lead there by roughly 16,000 votes. That's with about a quarter, 25% of the estimated vote counted in the granite state of New Hampshire. In Ohio, Donald Trump in the lead, 52.9% of the vote. Kamala Harris with 46.3% of the vote. Donald Trump with a 197,000 plus vote. That's with half the vote counted in Ohio, 50% of the vote counted in Ohio. Let's go to John King at the Magic Wall. John.
Jake, let's start with the context, what you just went through. I'm going to wander over to this wall here just to show the race to 270 at the moment. If you're a Republican, you might be saying, wow, this is a rout. If you're a Democrat, you might be saying, oh, my goodness, we should be worried. No, we're early in the night. As Chris Wallace said, I love the analogy, nobody has broken serve yet. As in every red state here, Donald Trump won in 2020 when he lost the White House. Every blue state on the map so far, Joe Biden carried when he won the White House. What don't we have? We don't have Rhode Island,
Georgia,
Connecticut. We don't have New Jersey. We don't have Illinois just yet. Long-time blue states. So as we move west and as the count advances in some of the New York as well, some of the most reliably blue states, this map will change in the near future. At least that is our expectation. We'll keep an eye on it. That's the path to 270. You get there by filling these states in red and blue. So let's see, again, an unusual map at the moment just because the vote count is early or because we're going to have the most surprising election of my lifetime. But in Nebraska right now, statewide, you have the vice president winning, but you see most of the votes are out here.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm
Statewide vote. She'd love to win Nebraska.
nervous.
Don't get me wrong. Nebraska.
Oh, you better be
right here in the Omaha area. Nebraska.
If this
Maine
man wins,
electoral votes based on congressional district, the two states that do that. So Eastern Nebraska is what matters most to the vice president. If we'll see if Nebraska stays blue again. To its south, the state of Kansas, 29% of the vote in. But you see all this. That's
got a long way to go.
That's Donald Trump. That's how he builds his buildings right there. Those small rural counties all across America, especially in the heartland here. So Kamala Harris, the vice president, ahead with 52% of the vote. It's all over here. Kansas City, Missouri, the suburbs here, the more blue areas, the college towns, and the more urban areas in Kansas is why she's ahead right now. It's only 29% of the vote. We'll watch as that map fills in. Again, Missouri, when I started doing this in 1988, spent a lot of time in Missouri with Michael Dukakis. It's not a battleground state.
88.
But at the moment, it's 51%, but it's only 7%. And again, you see votes coming in the suburbs just to the west of St. Louis, suburbs just to the east of Kansas City. That's why the Democrat is leading at the moment.
Well, she already won.
So now let's get to the states that we actually think will be the battlegrounds in the end. We'll keep looking. We'll keep looking. Open to surprises here. But let's check in on the big ones. The Commonwealth of Pennsylvania still at 16%. This is a 30-point race, just shy of a 30-point race in a state we know it's going to be decided by 1 or 2 points. So we'll continue to watch to see. I check in on it just to see if the vote count has gone up. It has not in a while, still 16%. Same with Michigan. We come over up to Michigan right now. 53.
Leading in Michigan now.
It's an 8-point lead in Michigan. Then you have a blowout. You
She's leading.
Very close in the
Ain't
end.
one.
We're missing a lot, right? Earlier tonight, Grand Rapids was red for Donald Trump. That's Kent County out here. Right now, you see it's almost a tie right there. This is one of the battlegrounds within the battlegrounds. Fiercely.
No, she's losing in McDonald.
Red. Now a closely fought suburban area around Grand Rapids.
That's Georgia.
But still nothing.
She's losing in Georgia.
Detroit. I just want to come up here to Ingham County. This is where Michigan State is. If this ends the night there, Donald Trump's going to feel very good about his Michigan chances, but we're at 3%. Students here, state capital, government town, should be blue by the end of the night. If it's not, that would tell you something huge. So let's come to where we have more votes in these battlegrounds. Again, I just want to check on Virginia again. This is our surprise at the moment. We're up to 50% of the
Virginia's always blue.
Donald Trump with a very narrow lead. I did this a moment ago. I just want to do it again for people at home. Most of the outstanding votes, these circles tell you, the larger the circle, the more outstanding votes we're still waiting to be counted.
Also going to be it.
The color tells you how the votes coming in so far in that area.
All night.
A lot of them up here.
He jumped through all night. Good night, love.
The Washington, D.C. suburbs in Northern Virginia. The places, the counties within 25, 35 minutes, depending on traffic drive. So that's out there, plus Richmond and the suburbs around there. We'll see. Donald Trump is remarkably in play in this state, and this would be, even if it's close, it might tell you something about what's going to happen to its south in North Carolina. They're not twins, but they're very similar, Virginia and North Carolina. North Carolina actually has a higher African-American population. So if you're the vice president, that's part of your base.
But she ain't winning.
52.
Black people get on my damn nerves.
Should the Harris campaign be nervous?
Yes.
Campaigns will be nervous about battleground North Carolina. It's going to go back and forth. But again, you see, there's still some large pockets of Democratic votes. Also, some pretty good sized pockets of Republican votes in a battleground state. This one's going to take a while to sort out. But you see where the outstanding votes are. I didn't get to this last time in Georgia, so let's go down and look at battleground Georgia and bring that up here right now. We're up to 68% of the vote in Georgia. And you have 53 to 46. So if you're in the Trump campaign, you're thinking with more than 2/3 of the vote counted, you start to feel good about a lead that big, especially in a state that was 11,700 votes 4 years ago. But let's see what's left out. Where are the outstanding votes? And you see right there why in the Harris campaign you're nervous. You're checking in with all your field captains and your precinct and your county people. But you see right there, you see those giant circles right there, and a bigger circle, another big circle over here. There are still a lot of areas that we know vote disproportionately Democratic, where votes are to be counted in Georgia. I just want to come back and make one more observation here. You see that 242,000 vote lead. It is a little after 9 o'clock on Tuesday night. If you go back to 2020, Donald Trump was leading Georgia by 244,000 votes at 9 o'clock on Tuesday night, election night in 2020. It was 244,000 votes then. It's 242,000 votes now. Joe Biden carried Georgia. Doesn't mean Kamala Harris will this time. It just means we need to count all the votes. And you come back out and take a look again to see if the map has changed at all. Texas and Florida have gone back. Ohio has gone back to where you expect it to go back, and that lead seems to be growing. I want to just check in again on this battleground here. Still at 18% there. And so I'm going to do something now. This is an exercise. But you see Trump leading in North Carolina and Trump leading in Georgia. I just want to switch the map here and come over to the race for 270. Okay, this is an if. This is an if. It's not it. We're nowhere near there. We have a lot of votes to count there. But why is this so important? When you take battleground states off the board, when we're able to project and call them, it changes the chess of getting to 270. If Donald Trump were to hold that, he's leading there now. It's close. It's close. There's plenty of votes still for the vice president to catch up. We have to wait and see what happens. But if Donald Trump takes those two, the vice president of the United States needs to win that. That's what makes the math interesting. She needs that 19 votes right there, because if Donald Trump gets that, it gets him to the finish line. So if that happens, that becomes essential.
We need North Carolina.
Just like to do the math in our head.
In Michigan.
Scenarios.
All right, John King, and CNN can now bring you a new projection. CNN projects that Kamala Harris will win the state of Delaware.
We need more than 3 damn points.
We'll go to Kamala Harris with its 3 electoral votes, the small wonder state. Let's take a look at the electoral vote count. Donald Trump has 154 electoral votes. Kamala Harris has 30 electoral votes. 270 electoral votes are needed to win. Let's bring you a key race alert now. In the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, Kamala Harris has 60.4% of the vote. Donald Trump, 38.7% of the vote. Kamala Harris with a 284,000 plus vote lead. 284,000 plus vote lead.
Come on, y'all.
With only an estimated 19% of the vote in, not even a fifth of the vote. Still a lot of votes.
I cannot believe how people would still vote for this man.
With 53.1% of the vote. Donald Trump has 44.9% of the vote. Kamala Harris with a 46,000 plus vote lead. Only a tenth of the vote has been counted in Michigan, 10%. Still very early there. In North Carolina, Donald Trump in the lead with 51.9%.
Oh my God! And they have 41%
of the vote. Donald Trump with a 119,000 plus vote lead. That's with 41% of the estimated vote counted in North Carolina. In battleground Georgia, Donald Trump in the lead there, 52.7% of the vote. Kamala Harris with 46.6% of the vote. Donald Trump with a 225,000 plus vote lead. That's with 69% of the estimated vote in Georgia. They're really counting the ballots in Georgia there. 69% of the estimated vote has been counted. In the Commonwealth of Virginia, Donald Trump still has his 49.5% lead, and now it's 49.4%.
Virginia has always been blue. What the hell is going on?
Donald Trump is 18,000 plus votes ahead of Kamala Harris right now, with more than half, 52% of the estimated vote counted in the Commonwealth of Virginia. In New Hampshire, Kamala Harris in the lead with 53.3% of the vote. Donald Trump has 46% of the vote. Kamala Harris with a 17,000 plus vote lead. That's with more than a quarter, 28% of the estimated vote in the granted state of New Hampshire counted. In Ohio, Donald Trump still in the lead there, 53.9%.
Oh my God, this man is leading all over the board.
45.2% of the vote. Donald Trump with a 275,000 plus vote lead. That's with more than half, 52% of the estimated.
This reminds me back on 2018. I mean, was it 2018 when he won? 2017, 2016?
This will be in the 10 o'clock hour, 11 o'clock hour, I suspect, into past midnight hours. But you're beginning to see more states fill in. Most of it is very early voting, but it's still, as you just see as the polls close and we go from east to west, you now see many more states reporting votes. Let's just take a peek. We've already projected this one to be for Donald Trump. I just want to show you North Dakota. These states feel they don't get respect because they're not huge electoral battlegrounds. I like to wander through and look at the votes and just show people out here. You see South Dakota starting to fill in slowly, very early on, 1% of the vote. This is a surprise at the moment. Nebraska, the vice president so far carrying the state statewide, but we're only at 27%. And again, most of this gray you see from about here west, rural Republican farm country, where Trump tends to run it up. Just go back and give you the 2020 example of what I'm talking about. That's what tends to happen. And so we're not there yet. So when that happens, if that happens, that number will change. Again, for the vice president, what you want to do is you want to be here. I'm just showing you Douglas County. It's the big piece of Nebraska's 2nd congressional district. This is where you want to win. The blue dot, they call it. If she wins the blue wall, Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, I went backwards. But if she wins those 3, and she wins Nebraska's 2nd congressional district, she can get to 270 electoral votes. So we'll keep an eye on that.
A long way to go.
In Wisconsin, you see it's red at the moment, 796 to 479. Guess what? We have a long way to go in
I just said
Wisconsin. That. Just for context, when Joe Biden won it 4 years ago, it was 1.6 million votes. So we are in the infancy stages of counting the votes in battleground Wisconsin, and you watch as it plays out. One of the places we'll watch here, I'll just show you now, 0 votes in yet. The Green Bay area, Brown County. This is one of the key tests. Can the vice president hold on to the president's share of white working class voters? I just want to show you as we go back in 2020. Joe Biden did not win Brown County, but he got 46% of the vote. The margins within the margins sometimes make the difference in a battleground state. Wisconsin settled by 20,000 votes, right? You look at that 46% for Joe Biden, and then you move back in time and you see 42% for Hillary Clinton. That makes the difference. She lost the state, he won the state. So one of the things we will watch as the 2024 results come in is not just can she turn out the African-American vote in Milwaukee, not just can she compete in the suburbs, Waukesha, just to the west of Milwaukee, but can she hold her own? Just be as competitive as Biden was in some of these blue-collar counties. Long way to go there. Let's pop over to Michigan. As Jake just told you, we're only at 10% there, so not a lot to look at. Just move it up so you can see it a little bit better at home. The vice
I don't want
president
to
has
see
pulled
it.
ahead.
I said the best thing to do is to go to sleep
I
and wake
can't go to
up
sleep.
and see who the president is.
I won't be able to go to sleep.
Because, honey, you're going to pray on it.
Mm-hmm. Last time Donald Trump won, I had to take off from work the next day.
Well, you might be off tomorrow.
And the crazy thing is, if this man wins, then the inauguration is on Dr. King's holiday.
He would love that.
This is a repeat. I just don't think America wants to be ready for a woman president, a female president. They would rather have this racist white man who is blatantly racist, don't give no fucks, than have a woman, a female, because this is the second female who ran against him, white and black. White one and then a black one. And they'd rather have his racist ass than a female.
Mm-hmm.
They'd rather have. Wow.
Well, I'm going to stay up because I want to see what happens.
I'm going to stay up. I'm going to go in and out. I'm not really sleepy right now. But I am in disappointment because she should at least be higher than 30 right now.
Mm-hmm.
54. That's a lot. That's a lot right now. But it's early.
Mm-hmm.
As he say. It's early. But we got some making up to do. We got some making up to do. So oh my God.
I'll be watching.
I'm getting sick on my stomach.
This is me till midnight.
This is America. This is America. This is America. Stay positive, Chief, because I don't know. It is looking ugly. It is looking ugly. It's not looking promising at all. It's just really looking ugly.
It's looking ugly because what did it say 30 to what say 30 and what?
154.
Oh, he had 154. I thought it said 105.
No, he said 154.
Yeah, I mean, she would have to just start taking states like and it's not looking as well. You know, I said that your people was gonna vote for him.
Because they think they about to get a stimulus check.
Mm.
They are not getting. You are not getting a stimulus check, people. You are not.
Elon Musk wasn't gonna let her win.
Oh yeah, he probably done did something with the votes.
Probably done hacked into the machines or something. He talking about I'm shutting down Twitter if she win.
That's what he said. Shut that shit down anyway.
That's what he said. He's shutting it down. If she wins, he's shutting it down.
If she wins, we need to create a new Twitter. It needs to be a new one. It needs to be a new platform. Like, really, it needs to be a new platform. I'm so tired of Twitter. I'm tired of him using that as bait over us. You gonna shut down Twitter? So the fuck what? Because TikTok. I know TikTok is beating your ass anyway. That's why because TikTok is really winning against the social media platforms. Let's look at some TikTok stuff because my stomach is hurting. I am so mad right now, people. Come on. We got to do better.
Trying the Busy Bee Cafe and
Busy Bee today.
You was?
Kamala, she was in Busy Bee today.
Well, he said the food is not good like it used to be.
No food is good like it used to be.
in Atlanta, Georgia. The restaurant that half of the Atlanta Metroplex has been recommending. Last time I was here, everybody said I missed out on the Busy Bee Cafe. Maybe I did. I don't know. I seen some of y'all saying it's pretty good, it's goated, and some others saying it's pretty garbo. But
Garbo.
Yeah, this shit don't look good. I ordered all the popular items. Let's see what's hitting. We got chicken. Chicken. Ooh, damn, boy, this chicken is salty. So they give you 6 whole wings, and I got a side of mac and cheese, and I think I got a side of potato salad over here somewhere too. The way these were cooked, no complaints. The only complaint I have with these chicken wings are they are too salty. Had they added another seasoning to complement the salt, maybe I wouldn't taste it as much, but this is all salt. Mac and cheese. Oh my God. Oh my God. What the f are you doing on 3? 1, 2, 3. Now, whoever's back there cooking this mac and cheese, what the f are you doing? So the mac and cheese is creamy. I will give you that. That's about the only damn thing I'm going to give you on this right here. Because as you can see, this ain't nothing but cheese and pasta. Oh my God. Whoever made this you gotta be jailed for this, bro. You gotta be jailed for this. What the f am I gonna do with just cheese and pasta, man? Maybe they didn't finish making this. I don't know. This is the worst mac and cheese in the game. Fried fish. So the catfish quality wise, it's good. You gave me 2 thick old pieces of catfish, which I can appreciate. I was expecting crunchy exterior. I didn't get that at all. I got a very soggy, a very soft exterior. And your boy ain't feeling that. But I can't take anything away from the actual quality of the fish. That is pretty good. Collards. Yeah, bare minimum meat. So the collards, they just did the bare minimum, added salt. There's nothing special about these collards at all. And I don't know, for the price, yeah, it just kind of pisses me off, man.
It's been expensive.
I've been to Busy Bee before. Came to this restaurant a few years ago. Food was top tier. It does seem like they are falling off just a little bit. You could have done a whole lot more with these collards. Red pepper flakes, pepper, vinegar. You could have really spruced these up, but instead you definitely have that for sure. Canned green beans and salt. That's it. Some other pork chops. Yo, I know y'all are tired of me saying this, but god damn it, I'm tired of saying it too. I really am. Bruh, all they doing is adding salt to this shit. There's nothing special about these pork chops, man. There isn't. I will say for the price, they give you 2 big pieces of pork chop. They put it on the bed of rice and the gravy. No, there's no substance, no flavor, no swag, nothing that stands out at all. But you can taste it's salt. That's it. Black eyed peas. Black eyed peas are decent. They're a little sweet too, so I'm sure they added sugar to this. I can get jig with that. Not bad. Potato salad. Huge chunks of potatoes in it, which some of y'all might like that. I'm not really a fan of that, but that's neither here nor there. This would have been good if it was just a little bit more tangier. Maybe more mustard would have set this off. This could be better. Last but not least, cornbread.
It's dry.
No. If you are a person that thrives off of the bare minimum, like literally the bare minimum, you will like this place. In every dish I had, all I could taste is salt. That might just be for you. But if you're a person that values different flavors when you're tasting different palettes of food, this place, you might just be a little pissed off. They have definitely fallen off for sure. But if you are in the Atlanta area, check this place out. Trying the Busy Bee Cafe in
He
Atlanta.
gave them a 5. Gave historical West End Busy Bee a 5 out of 10.
Well, the macaroni looked a 5.
The macaroni looked a 0.
Exactly.
0 out of 10.
Be like $20 a plate.
Yes. 0 out of 10. It was pasta and melted jar cheese.
Right.
Busy Bee needs to stop because their prices are ridiculous. 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 What else did you have for me before we go?
That's about it.
That meat looks disgusting.
So about that 7-patty cheeseburger I did 9 months ago.
That looks disgusting.
10
Where
patties,
do you get
Let's
that
answer the
from?
Coke, though.
I don't know.
McDonald's got the best Coke. Argue with your mother. Get into that. Very good, honey. This got 4 slices of cheese and 10 patties with grilled onions. So I got my ranch and I got ketchup just in case.
Wing Zone. Wing Zone do
It's looking a little dry.
Wing Zone sell hamburgers? Or she just got some sauce from Wing Zone?
Yeah, I think she just got some. So that's like Five Guys.
5 Guys put 18 burgers on some bread?
If you ask them for.
Oh yeah, it says 5 Guys. I've never eaten at 5 Guys before.
Really?
It doesn't look pleasing. How was the French fries?
Yeah, right. They give you a lot. You would like that because you eat mostly French fries.
Mm-hmm.
I need me a drink.
She's just doing the most.
Mm-hmm.
Did she eat this whole thing?
I ain't watching.
Y'all know how I feel about belching. Did she take some off?
I think she ate it from the top.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
3, 5. Technically, I ate 5 patties. Thanks for watching. So about that 7-patty.
I hope that her heart stay healthy through this journey. Because eating a 10-patty burger is wild.
My heart is so hard.
How many views she got?
I hope it was worth it. I hope it was worth it. Where is it at? 2.2 million. 2.2 million. All the foods are in the millions. And that is why she does it. Because all the
It's spooky season, Bookies. We have orange coated Chipotle, a burrito, and a bowl. Let's get into it. We trying a new flavor of Doritos, and of course, you know I couldn't forget about my motherfucking pickles. Hello.
That is just nasty. She did. Oh, she
Hey, Bookies, I got a 10 patty cheeseburger from Five Guys. So let me show y'all how I set up. And if you think I'm lying,
Oh, now she split it up. Now she tell you what she got, and then she eat it
everything
on
split up to like $60.
2.1 million on that one, 2.2 on the next one. She's smart. She's smart.
But we shall see how smart she is.
All the food is in the millions. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing this, but it's gonna be healthy food.
They don't want to see your healthy food. They want to see 10 patties.
Nope. It's gonna be beyond patties.
Oh, you can eat 10?
No, I can't eat one, but I can't get down one patty, let alone 10 patties.
Yeah, you gotta do something extravagant.
I'm gonna do some small ones. I'm gonna do the meatballs. So I'm gonna buy the little meatballs and I'm gonna fry them as little hamburgers, and then I'm gonna eat 10 of those.
Just do like the hey y'all girl and just take a couple bites and that's your video.
That's a waste of food.
You give it to the kids.
The kids are like, what is this? We need some real food. Oh my God. Like, I'm gonna eat some. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna find something first. Some vegan something. And let me see the reaction to you all. We're gonna mute. What is it called? Mukbang? Mukbang?
Yes, mukbang.
Mukbang. We're gonna mute that sucker. We're gonna start eating healthy portions. We're gonna do a big salad.
Okay. Jumbo salad.
Jumbo salad. No meat though. No meat on it. None. That is nasty. Well, let's see. Can we check in for one last time? Oh, we got she on the board, I think. I think she on the board. What we got?
According to Zach Manifold,
got 53.
He says there's an issue with their adjudication software for the write-ins on the ballots. And so that is why we're seeing such a low number. Now, overall, in
Georgia,
there are 419,000 votes there. So that was as of 6:30. He says that number is likely going to go up. Out of that breakdown, the at least 419,000, there are overall 96,000 day-of votes in Gwinnett, 322,000 early votes. So if you look at the numbers here, the rough estimate of 16% of the estimated vote in, there are still roughly more than 350,000 outstanding ballots just in Gwinnett alone. And then you put that into the bigger picture of what I just said from Gabriel Sterling, that there's still 1.5 million outstanding ballots in Georgia, give or take. Jay?
We actually have a correspondent / anchor
Georgia.
in the Gwinnett County Election Center in suburban Atlanta, Victor Blackwell. Victor, what can you tell us about the vote count in Gwinnett County?
So let me tell you what's happening right now. Zach Manifold, who Pam just mentioned, the supervisor of elections, is on the phone right now with Brad Raffensperger, explaining what the delay is. As Pamela said, it's a problem with the adjudication of some of those write-in ballots. We spoke with him just a few moments ago at the 8:15 news conference here, in which he said there was some delay in processing those and getting those 322,000 early in-person and absentee mail-in ballots to the state tabulation center, to that computer. It statutorily had to be there by 8 p.m. He says that it was just the computer system clicking down to identify the names in the write-in column for president, specifically for that race. And there appears to be a problem with that.
The write-in column, they win.
Right now, there are from Gwinnett County about 72,000 votes. Still,
they want to make sure they got your votes right.
Thousand
You know,
of
because
the
that's
in-person votes and those mail-in absentee votes that were supposed to be in more than an hour ago. And he's on the call right now to determine
Look
what
how he
happens
looks
next, and explain to the Secretary of State's office
Looking like
what they're doing, and probably
this
look for
is
some
some
guidance on
bullshit.
how to move forward, Jake.
All right, Victor Blackwell in Gwinnett County. And John King, as happens every election, human beings are fallible, machines all the more so.
Right, which is why you want trusted officials to deal with the problem when it arises. And we know from 2020, Georgia happens to be a Republican Secretary of State, and these local county officials, they know what they're doing. And they have a problem, then they make a plan, right? They have a problem, you try to find it a solution. So where is Victor Blackwell? He is right here. He's in Gwinnett County, one of the most important suburbs in the Atlanta area, to the northeast of Atlanta. And as we noted, only 16% of the vote reported in this county right now. So a long way to go in the count, Jake. And this is a place where, again, with Donald Trump with a pretty healthy lead statewide right now, that's what you're waiting for. You get a giant basket of votes reported from there. It gives you better context about the real state of the race.
All right, John King, we have a projection for you now at home, you people at home. CNN can project that New York, as will go to Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris will be the winner of the 28 electoral
Never
votes
at 70.
from the Empire State. Let's take a look at the electoral vote.
81
in the lead, 154. Kamala Harris with 81.
When will she get to 100?
I needed to get to 100.
Is there as of yet? Let's go to Abby Phil at the Harris campaign headquarters here in Washington, D.C. on the campus of Howard University. Abby.
Yeah, Jake, this group here has been here for a little while now, and they've been watching the returns as they've been coming in. You're hearing them right now cheering as they're seeing you, a little bit delayed, calling New York for Kamala Harris. They want some good news tonight. I can feel the anxiety in the crowd. These are all people
you can feel the anxiety
they
in
want
me.
to celebrate. There's been a DJ playing all night long, but the results are coming in, and they're coming in slowly. But each time a race is called for Harris, or she is shown in the lead in one of these battlegrounds, it is a big moment for the folks here at the Kamala Harris headquarters. And Jake, as I'm talking right now, you can probably hear me talking to you, but the crowd, they're excited. They're ready to go tonight. They want to see more reporting and results that they like to see. Back to you, Jake.
All right, Abby Phillip in Washington, D.C. in the campus of Howard University, where Harris is holding her campaign headquarters right now. Let's go to West Palm Beach, where we find Caitlin Collins at Trump HQ. Caitlin.
Yeah, Jake, I should note, obviously, we're all still watching these numbers come in. There's no celebrating happening yet inside the Trump campaign. But one thing that is giving them a confidence boost this hour are the numbers that you and John King were just going over in Virginia. They were looking at that very closely, comparing it to President Biden's numbers there in 2020, and it is making them feel good tonight, lifting their spirits. Now, no one is saying that this is obviously anywhere near over yet. They are still watching very closely to the blue wall of Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. Donald Trump calling into radio shows in Wisconsin and Pennsylvania in just the last few hours as he's at his Mar-a-Lago club. He just spoke to supporters briefly, Jake, but as he's talking to the people who are at Mar-a-Lago, who's also getting constant updates from his own campaign team. And right now they are watching a few key indicators, including the turnout from black males in Georgia and in other states, but also just watching those numbers in Virginia. We'll see, Jake, of course, if that pattern continues throughout the night.
All right, Caitlin Collins, thanks so much. John King?
Make a fascinating map at the moment. You just updated the electoral vote count, 154 to 81. You're looking at a map now. There are a lot of Democrats looking at this map and saying, wow, we're having a great night. I would just say, be cautious. Enjoy the moment, but just be cautious. Why do I say wow? Well, at the moment, we touched on this a little bit earlier, the vice president is still leading statewide in Nebraska. What she wants to win is the 2nd congressional district, which is right here. Nebraska, one of 2 states that awards electoral college votes based on congressional district. Only 30% of the state. You see all this gray. Those are small, rural, farm country, beautiful, beautiful parts of Nebraska that tend to vote for Donald Trump in overwhelming numbers. So let's wait to see that one play out. But then you move east, and remember, what was the surprise poll of the last week of the campaign? It was the Iowa poll that showed the vice president of the United States actually no clear leader, but 47 to 43, I think, if I have it right, a little bit ahead of Donald Trump in what has been, since Barack Obama left the scene, a reliably red state. Well, at the moment, only 19% of the vote in, but at the moment, Democrats in Iowa, and I suspect elsewhere, are saying, we told you so, but we have a long way to go in the count. All right, so Polk County is Des Moines, 83% of the vote, and this is almost the downside for the Democrats, if you will. She's getting 56% of the vote, but you're at 83% already, so you got some more coming in. But this is your biggest basket, biggest Democratic stronghold, the capital of Des Moines, if you haven't been to Des Moines in 10 years, it's a very different city than you might remember. A lot of young professionals, insurance industry and the like, Democratic stronghold there. Joe Biden got 56% in Des Moines in 4 years, so 4 years ago. So if you think, oh, wow, look at that, just let's be careful and be cautious. But we are waiting. Ames, College Town, right up here, Story County. Ames, we have nothing right now. That's a place where President Biden got 57% of the vote. When we get numbers here, we'll look at that. But let's see that. If the Democrats are going to surprise us, even by making Iowa much closer than it was 4 years ago, you'll see some math in these blue counties, more people, enthusiasm. Enthusiasm matters in a competitive environment. So we'll see what happens with Iowa. Again, it has been a red state for quite some time. And just to put the exclamation point on the it's early, the state of Missouri, as the vice president of the United States ahead right now, Missouri hasn't voted blue for president in a very long time. Again, let's be open to surprises and we'll count votes. Now let's come in to the battlegrounds where we are waiting. Wisconsin is blue. It was red last time. Still very, very early. 18.
Now it's time to say goodbye to all my family.
Until we meet again and know who the president is. Make sure you hit that subscribe, like, and share.
Don't forget the notification button. And please leave your comments below because I will be getting back to you.
Leave your predictions below.
Leave your predictions below.
Will be our new president of the United States of America.
Peace.
Oh, mine still say live.
Oh, error ended moment. Try again. Try again on the end of the stream. So we still just fucking live. What if the damn mic? What if I got up and said something? I hit in. How are you going to error in the end?
They was trying to catch you saying something.
That's fucked up.
Still live.